Hello everybody and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day It's a Fat Person reaction video. My guess for today is going to be somebody getting most of their protein from protein shakes and or protein bars. Please put your comments of your guesses down below. And yeah, that wasn't very good English, but we're going to get into it. Let's go. Oh, her video is muted because of her music, so she's out and about somewhere, at some kind of festival or carnival, or she's out somewhere. So the food is going to probably be a bit crazy. So she's having a fat elephant ear. I don't know what that is. It looks like a massive pancake. It is enormous. I would assume that is probably for at minimum 2 people. But as I said, she's out and about, probably at a theme park or something, and I'm not surprised that they've got this sort of food. When you go out like that, it is fun to try different things, but do be mindful that one day can undo 2 weeks of good eating if you do go completely off the rails. So enjoy your food, but still be mindful of your goals. You don't have to not have things, but you also don't need to eat like a silly person. Yeah, that's enormous. Look at the size of it. It's covered in sugar as well by the looks of things. A root beer float. So my understanding of these like float drinks is that it's like a fizzy drink with ice cream, which is wild to me. I have seen them, I think, once or twice here. It's not very common for us to do this. Not that I've not seen it, it's just very, very rare. And I've never tried it. It's not something that I would like to try. It's not my bag. And I think having ice cream in a drink is kind of egregious, especially if the drink is full sugar. I don't know about the sugar in root beer. I've never had root beer, so I can't say if it does have sugars or not. But even if it was no sugar fizzy drink plus ice cream, that's still going to be incredibly calorically dense and incredibly high in sugars, and will make you crave food all day. So I probably wouldn't have something like this very early on. If you really do enjoy these float drinks, then have one probably towards the end of the day. You can still have them, of course, but do be careful of where you put it in your day of eating. It looks crazy to me. It looks like dirty dishwater, and I don't mean that in a mean way or anything, but that is just what that looks like to me. If somebody said, "What is this?" I would say probably something that you've pulled out of a dirty sink. I don't know, it just doesn't look very appetizing to me at all. McDonald's, so she's got some kind of burger and she's put nuggets in it, so that's great. So if you're having a McDonald's meal and you've got a burger, that's the portion, that's the serving. You're not supposed to have like a burger and nuggets. But I say that, I do remember when I was in New York City, I was I think 14, so this was over a decade ago, and I remember we were in the airport coming home and there was a McDonald's there, and we hadn't had time during the day to get food, so we went there. And I remember one of the meals was like two cheeseburgers for like a meal, and we were so shocked. But it saved us money because we could just share. But yeah, this is crazy. And look at the sauce on it. It looks disgusting. It's going to be so dense, so fatty, and so just horrible. I don't know how she can just eat that and not feel poorly, especially after all the sugar and stuff she's had earlier in the day as well. She's had 2 burgers, okay, and she's pouring lots of white sauce all over it. I think this video is not for our view. I think this is not for us to view. Yeah, I don't think this is made for us, you know, friends. I don't think it is. I think this is made for a very specific audience that we're not part of. Whoopsies. I don't vet these videos before I put them on, okay? I didn't mean to subject us to this. This is crazy, and you shouldn't eat like that. Eat normal bites of food, because eating like this, 1, is ghastly, 2, it's poor manners, and 3, it's a choking hazard. If you're stuffing that much food in your mouth, nobody's going to take it away from you, and it's not going to run away on its own. You don't have to eat that quickly. It's okay, the food will still be there when you get round to your next couple of bites. It's okay. Don't eat like this. You can't even enjoy it, and it's going to get so... It's going to sit in your stomach so quickly as well, because you're eating so fast, that your stomach isn't going to have time to tell your brain that you're full. So you're going to eat an awful lot of food, and then it's going to hit you and you're going to feel like garbage. I've done that before. I used to eat really quickly. Like, generally, I just used to eat really fast. And I very often would eat really fast, eat too much, and then afterwards feel like absolute trash and rubbish all throughout the rest of the day because it was too much for my stomach to handle. And it was just uncomfortable and I felt really sick and bloated. It's just not the way to eat. Slow down, focus on your food, actually enjoy what's in your mouth, and just be sensible around food. It will serve you in the long run. It really will. Oh, so she's gone to the fair to get sugar, and then she's gone to McDonald's to have probably 3 meals for 3 people, 3 adults, because she had the 2 burgers and nuggets, and she didn't show any fries or anything, which I would 100% reckon she had. And now she's gone to Taco Bell as well. So more empty carbs and fat. More ranch as well, brilliant. More white sauce. Why would you eat like that? Yeah, I don't think that video was made for us, my friends. I don't think it was. I don't believe that's all she ate as well. I think she's had snacky food in between. And I don't think this is all she got from Taco Bell. You're going to tell me that she went to a takeout restaurant and only bought 1 taco? No, that's fake news. But if she wants to eat like this and be obese and have major health problems probably very soon, then that is her business. We cannot stop her and she can do what she wants. So, moving on to funnel cakes in the background. Okay.
That person who doesn't care about losing weight. Started off with these Hog Daddy fries. They were so...
How many potatoes do you think that was? 3 potatoes? 2 potatoes? So much cheese, and I think these are fried onions. Don't get me wrong, I love potatoes. They are delicious. But I don't think I could eat all of this. There are obviously 2 people, it's her and I assume her partner. But even so, this is a lot of food for 2 people. That's a lot of food for 2 people.
They were so cheesy. Then I had a pink lemonade. It was so yum. Then
so sugary, I bet.
I had this giant corn dog with ketchup and mustard. Then I
don't think I've ever had a corn dog. I think they're just like, yeah, sausages in deep fried with batter. So she's had carbs and fats with carbs and fats. Great.
Then I had this giant corn dog with ketchup and mustard. Then
with sugar and carbs and sugar.
Ended the night with dessert, a fried Twinkie, and some ice cream.
A fried Twinkie. Fair enough. That ice cream is enormous. I don't think I would be hard pressed to find an ice cream this big in the UK, unless you went to somewhere specific that did it like this on purpose, because in general you'd get it and it'd be kind of maybe there, about that much maybe. I went to Scotland a little while ago and I had the best ice cream I've ever had in my entire life, and I think we were at Loch Ness actually, and she gave me, I paid for a scoop of ice cream, and it was about this big, and it was delicious, and it was plenty. It was plenty. This is excessive. It really is.
A fried Twinkie and some ice cream. Contrary to
also, the fried Twinkie it tickles me because it reminds me of the fried Mars bars that you get in Scotland. It's crazy. I've never had one, and it's definitely not something that I would usually eat, because I don't like deep fried things. It makes me feel poorly, and I don't like Mars bars very much because they also make me feel poorly because they're so dense. But I think I would love to try a deep fried one just to say that I've had one. I think that would be really fun. But yeah, a deep fried Twinkie is just so stereotypically something that I would hear in America, and I find that really funny just because we don't have Twinkies here either. So to have one deep fried, I just found it funny. I just found that funny.
Popular belief, this is the first time I've had a fried Twinkie. Then we decided to walk back to our hotel.
Was that all she said, that she ate that in the day? Oh, what I ate in the fair. Fair enough. I wonder what she ate for the rest of the day, because that was a lot of food. Very, very dense, and yeah. That's a lot of food. Oh, this is a lady that likes to show us her medication. She does like to do her dainty bites as well. So we're going to see what she's saying, and she is muted because she wasn't talking and it was just her music, which I don't want to listen to. So on the screen it says, what I eat in a day is a fat person who is not on a diet. Bagel with cream cheese and turkey. Another one that goes quite quick. Okay, so we've got cream cheese and turkey. It's actually quite a nice portion of turkey, and there's not an excessive amount of cream cheese, so that's really good. One way that she could improve this would be to add some veggies to the bagel, just because that would be more tasty and it would be more full as well, so it would keep her fuller for longer. And then like an apple or a banana on the side, just because fruit is delicious and really good for you in the morning. And some water. A juice box. Juice boxes are sneaky because they are incredibly tasty. I love apple juice, but they are basically sugars. It is just pure sugar, because although fruit sugar and refined sugars are different, they still affect the body the same. Sugars from fruits are fine, there's nothing wrong with them, but the nutrition and the fullness that you get from eating fruit is from the fibre. When you make fruit juice like this, you're pressing the fruit, so you're removing all of the fibre and the roughage, as I hear it called quite often here. So you're removing all of the goodness that is actually the fruit itself, and you're just left with essentially flavoured sugar water. Can be as bad as drinking a full sugar Coke. Do be mindful of which fruit juices you get. If you're pressing the fruit yourself, then that's probably fine. You're not going to have any additives or preservatives in there. But if you are buying fruit juice, do be careful of the sugar content. And I always do find them particularly bad because they're marketed towards children, and there's nothing wrong with children having fruit juice. I know children enjoy that, and my future children will probably have fruit juice on very, very infrequent occasions. But just be mindful of your teeth as well. It's not something that we talk about very much on this channel at all, actually. I don't think I've ever mentioned teeth before. But if you're not careful, things like fruit juices and high sugar diets will absolutely ruin your teeth. So do be careful about that as well, especially if your diet is like any of these people's. You'll ruin your teeth and it will not be fun. Dental care is incredibly expensive. Even in the UK, where we've got nationalised healthcare, dental is not covered for the vast majority of people, so it's expensive for us too. And so I can't even fathom how expensive it is in the US. Just look after your teeth. Tylenol, cold and flu. We don't need to know that you're taking medication, but okay. Split a ramen with M. I would assume that's her child. A portion of ramen is half a pack, so it's good that she's actually having half a portion. If M is her child, I would probably suggest not giving them ramen, just because it is just ultra processed empty carbs and nothingness. Give children real food. If it's another adult, then it doesn't matter, because adults can make their own choices. Children can't when it comes to food. Children need to be looked after properly when it comes to their diet. They need to be taught how to stay healthy and what is good food. And plain ass ramen is not good food. It's not healthy, it's not nutritious, it does nothing for you. It's pointless to eat it, to be totally honest. Unless you're making it like Japanese style and you've got all the veggies and stuff in there as well. But yeah, it's not great. 2 veggie egg rolls and veggie egg ramen. So it is good that she's added the veggies and the egg. Veggie egg rolls. I'd like to know how she made them. I don't know if they're like frozen or if they're fried, but eggs are great, so it's a bit difficult to say actually. Cantaloupe, very nice. Looks juicy too. Candies, great, so some more sugar. If you're feeling poorly, and she clearly is because she's taking cold and flu medication, then you probably need something more substantial than ramen and sweets. Have lots more veggies, have some eggs, have some meat if you eat meat. Eat some real food. That will help you feel better. Chicken Caesar salad. Oh, sorry about that, my friends. Chicken Caesar salad. There's not too much dressing on here, to be honest, so that's really good. It does look a little bit boring because it looks like it's just plain lettuce. And the chicken's fine, chicken looks good. It does look like it's got some kind of glaze on it, so I wonder if she's cooked it with a little bit of honey. Nothing wrong with cooking with honey, as long as you're not being overzealous with it, like Blue out of the Jungle Book. But yeah, a little bit of honey, there's nothing wrong with that, but probably do weigh it out just because it is just pure sugar. Another dainty bite. I love her videos with her little dainty bites. A pepperette and a few cheddar popcorns. What's a pepperette? Is that just like a meat stick? It looks like what we have here called pepperamis, basically ultra processed meat sticks. I haven't had one since childhood. Not something that I would choose to have as a grown adult. But yeah, and a few cheddar popcorners. What's that? Oh, I don't know what that is. Some kind of carb. And neocitran? I don't know what that is either. Probably medicine based on her face. But yeah, not a terrible day, but not a good day either, really. Unfortunately, and she's poorly, she could have done much better, and she probably would have helped herself heal a lot faster as well. But anyway, moving on, we've got this young lady here, and her hair is gorgeous. Let's see what she's doing.
Officially at that point in the semester when 2 meals are enough for me. Here's everything I eat in a day. I started the morning with a ginormous, beautiful breakfast sandwich. Toasted bread, hummus, turkey bacon, hash brown cheese, mushroom, spinach, eggs. It was heavenly. It kept me so full that I only remembered to eat at 6 p.m.
Have we seen this video before? I have a feeling that we have. I have a feeling that we have seen this. But irrespective, we're going to go watch it again anyway.
Miss beautiful breakfast sandwich. Toasted.
And this is 100% the way to have a breakfast sandwich. If you're going to have a breakfast sandwich, this is the way forward. She has done it spot on, and I would 100% eat something like this.
Bread, hummus, turkey bacon, hash brown.
I would not have the hash browns, mind, but everything else is fine.
Cheese, mushroom, spinach, eggs. It was heavenly. It kept.
Yeah, I'm not surprised it's heavenly. And have some whole grain bread instead of white bread, and it'd be 10 out of 10. So get rid of the hash brown, use some whole grain bread instead, and then yeah, can't really complain about it. It looks really, really good, and because it is so full, it is going to be incredibly dense in terms of like calories and stuff, but that's fine if you're only having, as she said, 2 meals a day, that's okay. Yeah, definitely something I would have. It looks great, and it's obviously kept her full for a very long time, and I am not surprised at all. It's really big, and it's got lots of protein in it and healthy fats and stuff. I'm not surprised it kept her full.
Me so full that I only remembered to eat at 6 p.m. So I decided to have an early dinner. I made yet another variation of my sweet potato chicken bowl. Be honest though, does this not classify as a salad? Because there's sweet corn, chicken. I used a Greek yogurt dressing, crumbled some feta. There's only joy in this bowl. And lastly, I ended the day with.
Yeah, I would probably classify that as a salad, to be honest. The only thing that I would add would be some greenery, so whether that was in the form of lettuce or cabbage or peas or broccoli, it doesn't really matter. I would just add that just so it was more full of veggies and had some more colour to it, but that's more of a nitpick than anything else. It looks like a really nice meal, nice dinner. And if she is studying, because I think that's what she said at the beginning, then it's really good. I would be shocked if this didn't keep her energized for her studies or whatever else she was doing in the day.
There's only joy in this bowl. And lastly, I ended the day with 2 pieces of this Dubai chocolate dupe I got from Costco.
And there's nothing wrong with having the little Dubai chocolates that she had, because yes, she had 2, and you could say that she only needed 1, but it's fine. She only had 2 meals, and they both were pretty good. So, as I've said previously, there's nothing inherently wrong with having dessert. She was having it at the end of the day after a pretty good day. So yeah, no harm in it whatsoever. And I hope she I hope she felt good after this, and that she continues up with it. And I wish her the best in her studies, whatever she's doing at uni.
Bye.
This is what I eat.
The one that likes to fib in her clips. Let's see what she is fibbing about today.
In a day is a fat person who's.
I might do an entire video on this lady because I think she's incredibly disingenuous, and I don't like that. I don't appreciate people being disingenuous. It's like when you have a colleague at work who is disingenuous and just lies about stuff for the sake of it. I don't appreciate that. And I think every workplace has one, so we all know these sorts of people. It's really annoying. And to do it online is just wild because it affects no one.
I'm not trying to lose weight. For breakfast, I had a hot coffee. It was super delish.
I was going to say that coffee for breakfast is a bad idea, but I sometimes do that as well, where I'm not feeling having an actual meal, because that happens to me quite often with my like hormonal cycles and stuff. We're all women. Well, not all women. Let me take that back. Most of my audience is women, so we're going to be quite aware of how heart cycles fluctuate and affect us. One of the ways that mine does is that I get incredibly... I don't need breakfast in the mornings when I'm on my cycle, for example, so I may just have a cup of coffee and that's perfectly fine. The only reason why I don't believe it for her is that she is super morbidly obese and she falsifies all of her days of eating, in my opinion, so I don't necessarily believe that this is going to be true. And if she did just have coffee, I imagine she ate something massive afterwards, so we're going to see.
Later when I started
Brilliant. So she didn't eat breakfast and then got hungry and then ate a massive bag of crisps. Fantastic.
to get hungry, I had a couple handfuls of Cheetos.
She ate that whole bag, let's be sensible now. Just eat food and you won't feel the need to eat ultra processed garbage, because this isn't food. This is a snack. It's not real food. Don't eat stuff like this for breakfast.
Of Cheetos. About an hour before dinner, I had chips and cottage cheese with black pepper.
How many chips? And how much cottage cheese? I know she's got this portion here, but is that an entire tub of cottage cheese? There's nothing wrong with it necessarily if it is. But how many of these did she eat? Half the bag? We don't know. She didn't show it. So, again, it's not disingenuous because she is showing it, but she doesn't show the portion that she had. She could have eaten this entire bag. Or she could have eaten 10. It's two completely different things, but she doesn't show it.
I had chips and cottage cheese with black pepper. And then for dinner, my wife...
Sausage and Swiss chard dip. I don't know why I struggled to say that.
made this sausage and Swiss chard dip. It was so tasty, and the last thing I had for the day.
I don't know what the sausage and Swiss chard dip is. Obviously it's this. I don't know what it is. And this is some kind of garlic bread. She didn't mention the garlic bread though, did she? This is a massive portion for 2 people. Massive. Even if you split it in half, down there, that is still a lot of bread for 1 person. And this is only for 2 people. I don't know about you guys, but if I made a dip that I was sharing between, like, say me and my partner, and I made this much of it, I would not have me and my partner then eat out of this directly for dinner if I knew we weren't going to finish it. I would portion out a portion, say like a quarter, and I would put the rest of it in the fridge or in a Tupperware and freeze it. There's no way that I would just eat out of a serving dish, because then it's going to be infected, potentially, with bacteria that are going to grow in it and make the rest of it go mouldy really quickly. That's not ideal. Even if it's just you and your partner, still not great. It's still not a good idea.
My wife made this sausage and Swiss chard dip. It was so tasty, and the last thing I had for the day. Love.
Again, she doesn't show enough to maintain this weight. She's massive. There's no way that this is all she eats, and all of her videos are like this. I'm not surprised that people don't believe her, and she doesn't like it that people call her out in the comments, but the days that she shows are so unbelievably low in calories, it wouldn't maintain this physique. It just wouldn't. So I think she's being disingenuous, and it frustrates me. I don't like being lied to. But yeah, as I said, I might do a longer video on her if you guys are interested. Please let me know down in the comments if you are. And yeah, that is going to be the final clip for today. I hope you guys have had a really nice Saturday and continue to have a nice Saturday depending on where you are and what time it is for you when you're viewing this. Please let me know down in the comments what you liked and what you didn't like. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.